AM, which stands for Action, Mindset, Physical Training. Right next to me is the great and only Tom Ellis. And of course, I'm the humble Jake.
Right, right.
I mean, humility is a very good faculty and quality to have.
We're not talking about ego today, Jake,
No, we're
but
not. We're not. Now, we want to go into what we spoke about last episode, which was how are you structuring your workout program? Do you actually have a structure? Or are you just coming in to work out? Do you have goals? I mean, like, what is the motive of you even being in the gym or wanting to be healthy and physically active? Tom, do you want to give us an idea?
the question that I have for all of y'all is, a lot of you, depending on what level you are in your workouts, are either coming in with a structured program. If you have a trainer, you're getting some structure there, or you're just coming in and going, well, I think today I'll do this. Oh, this guy's on this machine, so I'm going to go over here to this one. So my question is, do you have goals? And if you in a specifically designed program to suit your needs and help you obtain those goals, or are you just coming in and winging it?
I'm a huge advocate of having. It's like literally going to construct a skyscraper without a plan, without the architect being involved, without the blueprint. They just meet and
Hey, let's build this thing.
see no way in hell they're just gonna go in and just wing it. They will never do it. But in the gym, I can't help but to see hundreds of people do that. And so
Yes.
please, the reason I'm sharing this is I want to build emphasis on the importance of building a structure, having a routine to stick to. It's the only way you're going to yield results. More importantly, it's having something that works for you. It's like Tom mentioned that what I do personally with my clients, initial clients or potential clients, is or if I'm teaching this to my coaches, when I sit with the client, I always make sure that I assess their history. I do a complete fitness evaluation. I go into their medical history. I need to know if they've ever been injured, have they ever been programmed, their fitness levels. Once they accumulate enough data that I think I can help me develop something specifically that's going to help them. So then I can go on to designing a balanced program between cardiovascular training, exercise or weight training or weightlifting or resistance training. It does not matter what tier it is, just depending on the client's goals and preferences, and then flexibility and mobility. And the volume and frequency will change depending on the level of fitness that the client has.
Right.
And you increase the volume and frequency as well and modify the program as the body was moving towards a more developed state. The first 2 months, I'm always watching my client. I'm watching how their body responds because that history of what they were doing before they met me plays a huge role on how they respond to everything that I'm giving.
You have to have data to design a program for somebody. So many people, and I've seen this, I saw this recently on a new gym. I won't name their name. That is opening. No. Goals. But on their website, it says every one of their amenities is one free session. Well, you really can't take somebody that walks in and says, okay, let's do your free session without any history. And I have, like you, I have a 6-page lifestyle eval. And it gets in their medical history. What have you been doing? What have you been exercising? When was the last time? What's your frequency? What are your goals? You can't just you're looking for a lawsuit and an injury. When you take somebody that walks in and says, okay, I'm here for my free session. Oh, well, okay, I think today we'll go do some deadlifts. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you just can't, a good trainer will not do that.
Thank you. So a real professional will never do that. They will tell you why they wouldn't do that. I mean, just people's anatomy is jacked up, man. Their hips, their shoulders. If you just take them through a biomechanical assessment and you examine their lower limbs, their hips, you're like, wow, these people need adjustment way before they go on and put mechanical trauma on their anatomy. So please, if you're going to team up with a professional, first, let them evaluate you. Let them go into your history. Give them the data they need because it's going to end up helping you more.
Well, on that note, too, because what you said, because besides just the lifestyle evaluation that I do, and you had a good key there, too, I also do a biomechanic assessment to see about their range of motion, their mobility, because especially at my age, so you've had a shoulder injury, so you're doing a chest press and your right trap is coming up, and you say you're fine, but you're not. So there's other things that we need to work on. So that's the importance of knowing what you're doing and not just trying to do workarounds, but trying to fix any issues that you may have. Here's an example of how I set up a program. Now, this is one of my clients that drives in from 30 miles away, and I've had him on and off for years. So it's a more advanced program for him. Usually, I would start somebody off on it's a 3-day split. I'm big on those, and this 3-day split normally would be a chest, shoulders, and triceps. He's more advanced. So what I've done with him is put him on a chest and back day, a leg day, and a shoulders and arm day, because when he's doing chest and back, he's going to get a little more residual from the secondary muscle group. And there's always a day in between before he does the weights. I put how many reps he's looking for, and which is 8 to 12 in this case. And once they get to 12 reps, I say, okay, bump your weights up 5% on upper body, 10% on lower body, because your legs are your strongest muscle groups.
Right.
So what the exercises are, and when you see a 3, that's 3 sets. So we train a little differently, and I'm a high intensity interval trainer, similar to Mike Mincer, Heavy Duties. If you're not familiar with him, it's basically time under tension, time under load, which we spoke about in a previous episode. But it's always that first exercise is working a compound movement. It's a compound movement. So it's going to warm up every muscle group you're going to work that day. Except on this program, it's more advanced. So when he gets to his back routine, your chest and shoulders and triceps, if you're on that, it's not going to warm up your back.
No.
So you'll see 2 sets here, because he's going to do a back warm up before he gets into what I call a working set to failure. And then briefly, I have the rep speeds laid out over here. A 2-second positive, a 2-second pause, and a 4-second negative. Now I will switch that up with intensity variables, breakdowns, high lows, burnouts, different things like that, heavy lights. What their status is, and if they've hit a plateau. And then I track their number of reps so that I know what kind of progress they're doing. So just to reiterate quickly, this is an example of how I would design a program. I've laid out the routine. As you can see, we talked about the sets, the exercises, the splits here. So this is a chest and back, a leg routine, and a shoulder and arm routine. And I've laid out, as we talked about previously, repetition speed and that type thing. So that's what I would consider a properly designed program looks like. In a nutshell, that's it.
Love it. That was incredible. So for me, I'm going to just simplify it for the people for our viewers that are not able to be with a professional, because sometimes there's some circumstances. But here's what I want you to do. Just know that there's 3 types of muscle fibers. There's type 1, type 2A, type 2X. Type 1 has a lot of capillaries that can oxidate for energy. That means they can just do a lot of reps. Type 2A, they have some capillaries, some mitochondria, so they need a little bit of intermediate weight, a little bit of intermediate reps. And then type 2X, there's the largest fibers in the muscle. They're the beefiest ones, and they only use glycogen to actually activate. Type 2X, they need 48 hours to fully recover. Type 2A, they need 34 hours to fully recover. Type 1, they need about 24 hours to fully recover. Your shoulders and calves are type 1. Your hamstrings are type 2X. During your program, you need to know that you do not want to come back and work on a muscle while it's going through its recovery process.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to end up
overtraining.
Yeah, you're going to end up atrophying instead of going into hypertrophy. So it's going to work against you. Look into those and structure your program according to those muscles getting enough break. Program is going to depend if you're in the gym 5 days a week, if you're in the gym 3 times a week, if you're in the gym 2 times a week. We definitely recommend a minimum of 3 times if you want to see some results. So get into this gym, get 3 days going, and structure your program as such. And you can always play with it as you see fit into you. If you can team up with a professional and a good professional, I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Okay. Your sets and reps. You're doing 3 sets. The first set is a warm-up set. The second set and third set are your working sets. Meaning, third set, I want you to go to failure. If it's 4 sets, the first and second are warm-up. Third and fourth are going to be actually your working set, and the fourth set being until failure without no reps in reserve. Okay, please understand that. That's just to simplify it. You don't have to track your reps, all of that. If you have a coach, they usually will do that if they know what they're doing. Okay.
So your workout needs to be structured. Your weight training workout needs to be structured to where you're done within 40, 45 minutes, typically, unless you're spiking through your workout with a piece of fruit or some type of energy drink that will get into your system quick enough so that you don't go into ketosis. Yeah. And, yep. We just have too much fun with this.
There's not, besides it, there's so much that goes into it, right? And
oh, yeah.
So we can share about program design, program structure, and enhancement of the program as the client progresses. But slowly we'll share as we go. Just know a little bit of research on your own also helps. If you do have any questions, you want to see go deeper and more in depth into something, please comment below and let us know.
Next episode, we're going to talk about the catalyst of your suffering and the main key to liberate yourself from it. So, how to find a little peace and harmony and more bliss in your life and go through life flow.
But other than that, make sure you comment, subscribe, and if this is very helpful, please share this with others and have an amazing day until our next time.
Yep. Thank you. All right.